Hello everyone, my name is Odds. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. I'm gonna try something different today. So I'd like to start to do more regular focused content on the channel. So I was thinking of maybe having a few recurring weekly series. So, kind of inspired by the Day 9 Daily, except I don't have the capacity obviously to do a new video every single day. But I was thinking maybe we could do something like a Meta Monday where we go and we look at the tournaments from the weekend. We see what's working and maybe what's not working. And so we can learn about what's been happening over the past week of Mecha, any new trends coming up or things like that. We could also do something like Workshop Wednesday, where it'll be something similar to the In the Lab feature that I had been doing, where we break down specific units. But this time we would have something every week. So we'd be able to break down, maybe this week, I'm thinking about breaking down crawlers. I think there's a lot of cool things with crawlers that there's a lot of cool breakpoints. And it's like, in my opinion, one of the most unbalanced units in Mechabellum. It is a super strong unit. And I don't think people are paying enough attention to the crawlers. So I think that would be a cool breakdown. And then maybe we would do something like Field Test Friday, kind of similar to a Fun Day Monday inspired sort of thing, where maybe we take viewer replays or my own replays or whatever, and we try to do a challenge or have some fun, unique gameplay for that. So then we can kind of cover all of our bases here. We have kind of learning and workshop stuff, and we have some fun stuff. And I think that's what's cool about Mechabellum. There's a lot of stuff like for learning, and there's a lot of stuff that, it's a game. We have to remember to have fun, so not take it too seriously. So I think that'd be fun. So I'm going to try that for this week and hopefully for a few weeks, and bear with me if it's a bit tedious or weird or whatever. But if you have any suggestions or comments, yeah, please let me know down in the comments below. But yeah, so this first week, today is Monday. Well, actually it's Sunday, but I'm recording this for Monday, and Sparty went 7-0 and won the European tournament this past weekend. So kind of awesome. I very quickly went over some of these replays just to see kind of what the game plan is here. And Sparty plays asymmetrical aggro in almost every single game except for one. And so I'm curious to find out what is the game plan? What is the sort of formation? What kind of tactics and tricks is Sparty using to win this tournament? So we're going to break down some of these replays here, and we're going to find out also maybe looking at the game of where he decided not to go asymmetrical aggro and why not. So anyways, some very strong opponents here. We got PlayArcher, Shadoff, Sunnyside, Apooche, and Xxlaomamjj. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the first game against PlayArcher. So in this case, we are going to put the replays at a faster pace because we're going to try to go through here fairly quickly. All right. So we got Sparty down here, and he's gone for Arc Sledge. And you'll see this is a common pick, actually. He picks Arc Light a fair bit. So I don't know. Are we seeing a resurgence of Arc Lights again? I was testing them out a while ago, and I thought they were doing pretty well. So, but I was playing them passively. But here, Sparty is going up on the line. We've got Sledge Arclight, and notice the position here. Okay, so we've sold out. There was a rapid fire cannon. I don't remember if it was on which side, but he's already sold out of one of them. And just has the anti-armor here, so in front in the middle with the tower. And we're going aggressive on the cannonless side. So look at this positioning. We have it spread out just like kind of like a line. And this tower, yeah, now the marksman can outrange the towers, which I think is awesome. It gives a purpose to having marksmen early on instead of them getting dumped on by a random turret. But yeah, no, not winning that first round here. Okay, unit offered. Fangs for Archer, Fangs for Sparty. So yeah, here we go. So already on round 2, because these crawlers were coming in, looks like we're going to put some Fangs here just to defend this tower here, and I'm curious as to when this tower gets upgraded. We've immediately got this side deploy here, this shallow flank to try to protect the arc lights and stuff in case there's a missile. So that's good. Round goes off, yeah, and these are protected from orange man as well. So very important shallow flank there if you're going asymmetrical aggro. And then these fangs are just slowing things down. And the tower is upgraded to level 2 already on round 2. Okay, sledges do get a kill there on the orange man, aka the liability as Ragin calls it, as it just offers more experience. It does give a level up. Incendiary offered for both. Okay, Incendiary round 3 picked is quick, but it's something that's definitely going to come back in. All right, and now, okay, Raiden. So we have been seeing Raiden picked a lot, actually, and this is... I think this is starting to be really meta now. I mean, tanks are kind of popular too, so Raiden being picked makes sense. But actually, if you watched the Mag 1 tournament this weekend, there was a lot of Raiden usage as well. Raiden Worm, Raiden... I don't know, whatever. Giants are coming back. Okay, we got another Raiden. Now we got oil. So in this position as Sparty, it kind of feels bad. You're not getting that damage early, but he's still pushing through. No levels there, and like now, like we can get anti-air here. It's kind of, I don't know. I would never build Raidens like this. But I guess, yeah, the Raiden's really strong against the marksman and the arclight. It's really strong against the sledges. So it's actually popping off, and it scales really well. If the Raiden gets levels, it's kind of unkillable. So maybe that's the game plan here. Even though we're going for aggro, it's not just to kill tower. Like sometimes when I'm playing asymmetrical aggro and I start to, you know, there's oil here, the next round I'm going to throw down on the other side and try to aggro the other tower. But Sparty here is just building up the giants, building up the Raidens. So that's kind of interesting. Laser sight, probably put on the Raiden. Yeah, okay, we do get levels, always taking levels on the arc lights. Now we got range, it's round 5. It's kind of late for that, but in a headbutt, I guess you don't need the range so quickly. Fire badger thrown down, we're gonna light this oil up, and this is why, in my games, I try to go for the other side. Or if there's gonna be fire, you go for air. I guess we've got the Raiden, so that covers the air a bit here. But I think this is gonna be a bad round for Sparty. We've got lots and lots of chaff. It's all gonna run into this fire, and all these Raidens are going to get shot down. We do have anti-air on the marksman now. Somehow they're just far back enough that he doesn't get completely destroyed. Some severe damage, but... Worms. Okay, so worms... Yeah, worms are always good against marksmen. If you're dealing with marksman spam... Sandworm is the play. Okay, so interesting. He's thinking about maybe going for this side. Immediately teching mech div. So it's round 6 now. Pulling here. This is important, right? You throw down that fang, slow things down, try and get it on that tower. Looks like there's also a flank over here. So exact same play coming from Archer. Worms closing in, and they're a bit too tanky, so there's not any heavy damage from Archer here. So now we're gonna get that tower. And yeah, here's the thing. So when you're aggro now, and with these giants, with the Raiden, if you win the round, it's gonna do severe damage and give less time for the opponent to respond accordingly. Sometimes I feel like when you're playing aggro, I've always got like a timer on my back, where if I don't end the game at a certain point, I'm going to lose. So this is kind of cool because it's an asym aggro and we're scaling these giants. Oh wow, okay, mountain with armor. Do the fight here. This is a cute pull. I love doing this. You put this in the corner and you can pull all this stuff. You want to kill these Mustangs, but good shielding from Archer. Again, more fire. All this stuff's gonna die, but you know what? Worms don't die in fire. And look how tanky this thing is. It's got that heavy armor. Level 2. It's just not gonna die. And that means that these sandworms don't, or sorry, these Raidens don't get locked on by those marksmen. So I think this is looking pretty good here. I think this game is pretty well done. Archer's nearing death. And Sparty's gonna win this round. His Ion. Okay, I think we've seen enough from this game. So let's pop over to the next game. We're gonna be seeing Archer versus Shadoff. So in this one, we've got Sledge Void Eye, if I believe correctly, and then he buys the Arc Lights and another asymmetrical aggro. So we will speed this up. If this is too fast, let me know in the comments. But like I want to go through a lot of replays to do this. So I'm trying to balance speed versus like focus or whatever on a particular game. And I want to see kind of what's going on. I'm going to flip this over to Sparty's side here because he's on the right in the red. And yeah, we got another asymmetrical side. The other note, okay, so we haven't sold anything here this time, keeping them both. We're asymmetrical on this side. It is the side without the cannon. So, and without the wall. We're going to get in here. Yeah, Void Eye is very strong early on against Sledges and Arc Lights. Doesn't get the tower, but yeah, that's an easy win here. So notice the formation. We've got, looks like 5 in front. And then the Void Eyes are back. We have range, suppression shot, charge shot. We got carry text or the Void Eyes. And now we've gone for the Arc Lights here. Let's try and chaff clear. These 3 packs of crawlers. This is a pretty mean looking army. And notice like this is still not leveled now. Last game this was leveled to level 2, but now we've got the defensive wall and the cannon here, so we're really not worried about too much. There could be, you know, a wasp or a crawler flank. Could be bad, but it takes a bit longer, so just pushing faster here on the left is good. The shield airdrop is quite strong because there's not a lot of heavy damage here. We see the round 3 arc light range, and so to deal with that we get the suppression shot. A little bit of range for the Void Eye, and Phoenix is picked up. Try to stop any kind of cheeky airplay over here. Do we have a level here now? Yeah, this is level 2. Round 3, level 2. Actually sold out. So that's what's happened. Selling out of the cannon and getting an upgrade on that tower. That would help slow down anything coming from the side here. And I guess that cannon's not too valuable because we've already got the walls in the way, slowing things down. I don't think we're going to see a wall sell, but we'll pay attention to that. Level 3 Tarantula drop, round 4 is amazing. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is Meta Monday for sure. Raiden being picked for Shadoff. But let's see what can happen here. Raiden seems very strong against the Void Eye and the Sledges and the Arcs. The only thing shooting up is this Phoenix. Phoenix not particularly great against the Raiden. Like it is if it can have the range, but sometimes you just see boom pops in one shot, so Rhino. Okay, round 5. Rhino here is just protecting the side and running in. There's no more big Chungus, so I can get in for free. Yeah, I need this improved firepower on the Phoenix, get that to level 2. Is that going to be the answer for the Raiden? Got range now, the Arc Light. The Tarantula seems good against Raiden as well because it just tanks a lot. It's got 40,000 HP. And then more crawlers. Now we've got this quick side, shallow flank here, and wasps thrown down. So more air stuff to get in the way, air chaff to prevent the Raidens from being locked on. There's still only 2 Phoenix here. We do have range. Range important to deal with these Raidens because you want to stay out of their shot. That is sold, but you notice there's just 1 missile here to slow down the Rhino. Sparty doesn't really care about this other tower, just wants to slow things down and kill you before the tower can die. Looking pretty rough here. It's not going to win that round. Too much chaff, air chaff. Okay, goes for the sell. What are we gonna buy with all this money here? Shield airdrop's pretty good. More and more Raidens coming down. How do we do with this? Okay, Mustang. Yeah, Mustang will shut down the Wasp and the Raiden. So also important to note here, it looks like these are level 2 recruited. Feel that extra damage. Now we got a crawler on the side to try to slow things down. That would really slow down these Phoenix, so good that there's a Mustang here. Still only level 2 here, never selling that wall, keeping things slow on the right, although there's steel balls coming in. Just keep on forcing this side. These wasps are totally dead. And now that the chaff is gone, because the Mustangs are helping with the chaff clear as well. When you've got Arclight, usually you want to pair it with Mustang anyway, so you can clear the miscellaneous chaff that gets through. Get the tower first. Gonna be able to clear that Raiden. Looks like starting to turn the tide here. Orbital. I'm assuming picked for both. Yeah. Orbital always a good pick when the opponent is air. So it's an orbital round, probably nothing crazy. We got a jab, we got a redeploy. Okay, Shadoff takes a redeploy and Sparty takes a jab. Sparty's prerogative is I want to kill you as quickly as possible. Shadoff moving that back. I guess it's getting too close for comfort with these Mustangs, and it has this item, it's a level 3. You want it to keep spawning steel balls. I see an oil, slow things down. Another Phoenix, okay. On the right, okay, and now we got the anti-air. Phoenix placed behind the crawlers, behind the Mustang. It has farther range. So now he should be pretty safe on the right. I don't think you need more units here. Interesting mobile beacon. Trying to move these Phoenix. I was assuming that they were going to be jobbed, but Shadoff went for the redeploy. And look, the right side now is totally crushing. And the left side, this oil doesn't make any difference. These Mustangs are getting out of control. There's a lot of Arclights. Arclight armor is really good against the Mustang. So we might need to see... Okay, we got charge shot for the Void Eye. So the range on the Void Eye, 130. Range on the Mustang, 180. He's gonna use this round. Double saber. That's a way to deal with the Arclights. Also good tankiness for that Raiden. So it looks like Sparty having trouble on the left side here, especially with this oil. Maybe are we pivoting to the right? A lot more Void Eyes coming down. This is what I was talking about in the first game, that sometimes it makes sense to... Wait, what? Fortress with AA? Is he really worried about these Phoenix? Yeah, I mean, I guess it's... I mean, it is hard to reach these sometimes, but it's already level 3 here, level 2 here. We do have Energy Shield, we have Quantum Reassembly, so... I feel like... that... is maybe not the right choice. If the game goes along, either of these would help tremendously. Getting a lock on this Raiden. Oh, these Sabertooth as well. Can we get a shot here? It does quite a lot there. Okay, right side looks okay. Left side, what's our attack here? We do have level 2 attack, and that's really important with these Mustang. In order to try to break through that armor of the Arclight. Yeah, we don't see you know, EMP or anything like that to try and deal with the armor. Just trying to deal with it with the other, you know, with the +3 and, you know, with the Phoenix and the Void Eye and the Sabertooth. So there is kind of 3 answers to that armor. So yeah, I guess we don't need EMP here. Gonna win that round. Last round here. Advanced shield for both. Okay. Nothing else good, I guess. Advanced shield is pretty good. I think it's underpicked. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 arcs. Got tons of these forts. Are we gonna see any attacks on these sabers? Probably not. Okay, actually we do. Yes, field maintenance. That's awesome. 30% more and heals. So now these guys have 81,000 and we have level 2 defense. And we got range here now as well. So 170 meters on the Void Eye and 150 on the Mustang. I didn't say 180 before. Maybe it's shooting an air unit. So the Void Eye will stay behind the Mustang. So you notice that? Void Eye behind the Mustang. Which means the Void Eye will be more safe to pick off all the stuff and stay safe from the Raiden. The Raiden, if it shoots, it's probably going to hit and split to a bunch of Mustangs instead of Void Eyes. Nice. Yeah, and these sabers, now that they don't die, cool tech. Nice choice. Nice. Good game win there. All right. We will go into, do we have time to go to Sunnyside? Let's go to Sparty versus Apooche. So this game is Sledge Arc, but it's not an asymmetrical aggro, it's asymmetrical defense. So I'm interested to see why making the choice to go defensive against Apooche. Okay, speed spec? Is that maybe why? Speed spec. And we're okay, and we're giant spec too. So maybe the idea here is, yeah, your bonus as giant spec is that you get to build giants. So you can play farther back. And Apooche playing speed. I don't know, sometimes when you play against speed, I feel like a way to kind of counteract the speed bonus that they get as their commander is actually to meet them head on. Because then they don't gain that benefit of speed. But we're going to see defense play here. And it's asymmetrical defense. So playing on the side that's open, knowing that opponent's probably going to be also playing on the open side. I don't know, that's wild. Sometimes in my games, like I see this one cannon and I'll deploy on the line and be like, okay, you put the tanks up front because then the cannon, the rapid fire Chungus, is going to lock onto the sledges and do literally nothing. Okay, marksman offered. And Wasp. Yeah, nice. Wasp with speed spec is scary. And we've already sold out of this one. Is this level 2? Yeah. Okay, so that's the game plan. Round 2, you sell one of your buildings and you level up the tower. That protects you against these wasps. Look how much more effective this is because that wasp took so long. Prevented a lot of damage there. Barrier. Yeah, as giant spec, going barrier. Awesome. Vulcan here. There's so much chaff. So Vulcan Marksman is the comp choice, looks like. And we just got that one Fang here, same as the other game. when we were on aggro here. Slowing things down. But there's going to be crawlers and stuff with it. Tower will go down fairly quickly. But this shield cannot be broken. Ooh, but the tower. This tower's just level 1. That's okay. Okay, a few too many air units here to deal with. So what's the response for that? Super supply round 4. Guys, this is meta. Always pick super supply round 4. If you don't, you're not gonna win. Maybe if your opponent's already like super close to dying, don't take it. Ooh, nice missile. We have that Mustang. It actually can't kill level 2 wasps though, but it is gonna slow it down enough. What do we see? We don't have... We do have suppression shot on the Void Eye. These marksmen are going to get levels. It's looking pretty good. Alright. So giant spec still only 1 giant out. Ooh, improved speed again for Apooche. I got double speed. That's wicked. So here's the round where the spy spec is starting to kick in. Scorching Fire, very important tech. We got Incendiary, best partner. Yeah, yeah. When you have best partner Vulcan, you're going into Marksman, Vulcan Marksman. Very strong comp here. Looks like we're seeing the side flank here. Yo, these sledges, 19 movement speed, 19 meters per second. Look how fast these guys go. But you know what, Vulcan is pretty good against sledges. And I mean, obviously, so are these marksmen, one-shotting them. So protecting this other tower now. We still don't have any techs on the Mustang. Alright, round 6. Wraith for both, but sold for both. We have the Vulcan now, just more Vulcan. Vulcan can deal with the sledges and the crawlers here, so that's cool. That's good. And now range picked up for Vulcan. These arc lights do nothing. They don't have any range, so that obviously no, because it's giant spec. Got the Vulcan. The Vulcan's gonna be the chaff clear. You'd even probably see Sparty sell out of these arc lights eventually. Cool to see this Abyss here. Go for swarm missiles. I guess he's worried about the Mustang, but like they don't even have techs yet. It's kind of crazy. Is that just for the extra damage to deal with the Vulcan too? Maybe he's worried about the Mustang starting to scale. When you've got high level wasps, they do give a lot of experience to Mustang. Alright. I am thinking Sparty probably wins this with the marksman here. Depends on these missiles. Yeah, okay. Gets the tower. Oh, level up on that. Okay, additional deploy offered. Not taken. Steel ball production. Yeah, get the units. If you're giant spec, get the production cards. Now we see pivot into melter. So yeah, classic comp here. Vulcan melter. We started from here, and now we're here. Started from the left. Now we're everywhere. And the sledge to slow things down. Are these going to turn around? No, but the wasps do. The wasp turning around is good because maybe the melter will have a better chance locking on to that abyss. Oof. The Vulcan died so quick though. towers are still only level 2. Vulcan's just not working out. Oh, he does actually win that round. That's pretty cool. Mustang production, I'm assuming. Yep. There we go. There we go. Production cards. At level 2 on this tower. More Abyss. Are we going to see, like, something in front here? Yeah, okay. So we've got... we popping that. Yeah, here we go. Crawler. We want to slow down the Abyss. Make sure it doesn't shoot that Vulcan right away like it did last round. The Vulcan was not able to chaff clear properly to help the Melter get the locks. Another Fang here. Beefing up the right. Another closer missile. So we've got a deep one, a close one. But that's unfortunate. It's going to hit that crawler pack. Do basically nothing. And now these wasps are coming in at 25 meters per second. But level 2 Melter over here. I mean, if this dies, whatever. Energy absorption range. That's what you need. We got attack 2. Seems attack 2 is a pretty high priority for Sparty. Production doing amazing, amazing, amazing to stop this Abyss. Just too much stuff to deal with. This is going to be a big hit. Round 9. I think we're kind of getting the gist here. Steel ball with mech div. Yep. There's not really anything on the board that can deal with that. Oh, but he sells one? Wait, why are you taking mech div and selling one of the balls? Wasp. Range. Anti-air. Yeah? We still no tech on Mustang. I guess once you're dealing with Abyss, you don't need to tech the Mustang. The Mustang is countered. You see disintegration beam. Okay. I don't know how I feel about disintegration beam. I don't think it's very good, to be honest. It doesn't do that much damage. It slows things down, but he's not playing fast. Right, we've got every 15 seconds they lose 20% of their current HP and reduce their movement. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Plus we've also got the energy absorption on Melter. Should be one more round here. It's a close game. Super heavy? Nope. Amp. Amp. What are we putting amp on? This Falcon here. Assuming it's gonna need a level then. Yep. Falcon's got over 100,000 HP now. Don't have defense 3 or 2. So I got these arc lights. Well, he sold one of them. Shield. Okay, yeah, portable shield thing. That seems strong. And more wasps. More wasps, more missiles. Good missiles, good missiles. The shield prevents the disintegration beam. In case you're not aware, that's probably why all those shields are placed down. Saw it protected here on the right. The left, the shield popped though. Don't have any text on the marksman either. Marksman kind of dies to the missiles. So that's why we see more of a heavy focus here on the Wasp. And yeah, it looks like, here we go, that's the win for Sparty here. Nicely done. Okay, let's jump into the next game. Xxlaomamjj. All right, Sparty, let's see it. Whoop, there we go. So, Sparty on this side. Here we go. We've got the Saber spec chosen. Cost control. Okay, cool. Sparty's played a whole bunch of different stuff. Versus training spec. And here again, yeah, just as predicted, we have aggression on the open side. These towers are not being sold this turn. Are they? Oh, maybe they are. No, something was sold. Hang on a second. What was sold here? Oh, it's Xxlaomamjj. My bad. I'm looking at the wrong side. That's all right. Watch this again. So we've got 2 on the side. We've got, it looks like 5 in front. And these sabers are tucked really close with the arc lights. And that's not selling, that's training spec. Oh my god, where's my brain? So upgraded the arc light. Wow, kills that saber. Crawlers get in there, but yeah. Okay, first round for Xxlaomamjj. Redeploy. Oh. Yes, that's right. Improved Overlord and cost control. Improved Overlord is a busted card. This is super meta right now. Kind of weird to see Xxlaomamjj skip that. Gone for the Rhino drop instead into the Crawlers. We do see a sale here of the big Chungus. Xxlaomamjj does take that round. Heavy armor for both. Selling the wall. This is still shooting the crawlers and stuff, so important to keep this, I suppose. And then we've got the heavy armor on the improved Overlord. So improved Overlord, super good. Increases attack by 20%, HP by 20%, and most importantly, the splash range by 5. So if you look at the high explosive ammo, that increases the range by 7, but it reduces the attack by 40%. So basically, it's almost as good as that, but it doesn't reduce the damage. And now he's got a level on it. This thing is super strong. So we're just going to see, yeah, abuse of this improved Overlord. Immediately going to the launcher overload now. And he can do this because he's got cost control. You see a melter thrown down right away. But now is there enough chaff here to prevent the lock on? Looks like. Locks on to that saber. This, it's kind of hard to see, but it looks like just barely those units are in front of the Overlord. Redeploy? Is that everything? Yeah, okay, great. We got double level ups here. So the range on this, 100 meters, 95 meters on the arc light, 95 on the saber. So the Overlord just barely has more range, even with the launcher overload, which reduces it by 20 meters. So it doesn't get successfully locked onto by the melter. That's really interesting. Okay, we see a Phoenix flank coming here for Xxlaomamjj. And now we've got range picked up, so definitely not going to get locked onto at 140 meters. Redeploy is an amazing card, guys. Ooh. Yep, it's going to get that tower. And this one I'm assuming is level 2. Yes. That's how we've been seeing Sparty play. He's got level 2 tower, either on turn 2 or 3. let's just move forward here. We're zooming through it. Mustang. Yeah, Mustang for both. Makes sense. Mustang good against shutting down random air nonsense like this, as well as getting in the way of the melters. So Mustang with range is 135 meters, and this Overlord with launcher range is 140. So you'll see again, Mustangs will get in front of the Overlord if we do tech this. So it's a good pairing. This is okay. We do have protection here, the crawler, and then importantly the crawler on the shallow flank. It is the Rhino drop turn. We've also got fire here. But notice Sparty has been moving everything over onto the right. Xxlaomamjj does have redeploy as well, but this is going to slow things down, the crawler here. And what that means is some of these crawlers are going to go in and die, which means that the Overlord should be more easily locked onto both of these. Rhino is coming in. Oh, okay. That one Overlord does die. Rhino's not going to do anything, but it does distract for a long time. Looks like there's just enough stuff here now, but that Overlord is locked on too. Tower goes down, so the melter goes down. Alright. We see this kind of death ball forming over here. Let's go to round 7. Additional deploy. Lost control, additional deploy. What are we going to do with that? More chaff? Yeah, 4 packs crawlers. Are we going to see like underground threat? Not underground, subterranean, I mean. Yes, perfect. This keeps stuff alive, especially against these Mustangs. Mustangs no good against subterranean stuff. Nullifies 55% of the damage. And because the Mustang does like high rate of fire, it's very effective. Lots and lots and lots of crawlers. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god, I lost count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 packs of crawlers. We're going to missile this out. And then with the Mustang, should clear up the remaining 2 that don't die from that missile. Typically happens sometimes, it's really annoying. So we do have the energy absorption range. This is what we saw Sparty doing in the previous game as well with the melters. So energy absorption, very strong tech here. But, I mean, Overlords? Improved Overlords are friggin' busted. Such a strong unit. Like, I don't know if they can die. This thing's got 73,000 HP. All the units stay in front, right? The Mustang and all this other stuff, so you can't even get locked onto them. You need something that's like anti-air specific. But what is that, like marksman? It's not going to do enough damage quickly enough, and you need a lot of deploys to do that. More additional deploy? Yeah, Jav. Jav is... Yeah, so you can't jab this melter. I like what I'm seeing here, jabbing this side. Although if it levels up, it's not going to die. And it does regen. So it is a bit risky, I guess, gambling that it's not going to level up. But I guess basically if you can kill that melter on that side, probably not going to be moving it. Most likely moving the melters on this side to try to defend against that drop. Orbital, I mean. This is going to whiff completely. It got moved. So here's a cool trick too. I've been seeing a bit as well. The Fire Badger with Scorching Charge on the line, because it leaves a residual fire where it blows up, and that's going to help deal with some of these crawlers. They are subterranean already. Yeah, see, it got leveled up so it doesn't die, and it's going to slowly heal back up. A lot of these crawlers are going to die. No, they didn't quite die because the fire goes away relatively quickly. Ooh, that's awesome here on the left. Killing all those Mustang. So we got some locks here. Okay. So with that fire, Xxlaomamjj is able to deal with this Overlord. But the tower goes down. That's scary. The biggest melter dies there. Tower goes down. Okay. It's gonna be the final round here. Xxlaomamjj on the ropes. EMP. Sparty skips. Sparty skips. Taking the eco play, even though he's cost control, he's got so much money. He skips. That's crazy. It does force the photon from these overlords, but I mean, he's already ready for it. It's what, like 850 bucks or something like that? No, I think it's less than that. If this is 800 now, 600? I don't remember. Kind of expensive, but he's got the money for it. I guess maybe that's why he skipped, and he's assuming Xxlaomamjj is a good opponent, is going to shield the EMP anyway, so what's the point? Money is going into crawlers. We get a bunch of level 2 crawlers. Because level 2 crawlers can withstand the fire. And the Mustang. Oh no, the Mustang's got HE. It's going to reduce the damage even more. It does help maybe a bit, but... Let's see. Sparty's trying to push through this fire with all these crawlers. There's so much fire, but they just don't die. The crawlers are so good. These crawlers are amazing. Best unit in the game next to the improved Overlord. And it looks like, yeah, that's going to be that. So Sparty using the cost control, improved Overlord, and just tons and tons of chaff, tons of crawlers, letting the Overlords do their job and just kill everything. Even with that regen, I mean, it's not enough because the tower is dead. Level 4 with heavy armor. Like, once it gets that high, you can't win. So Sparty playing the long game. Pivoting from, like, we saw aggro right up on the line in the beginning, and now you see everything on this side. And it's just crawlers and overlords and like a couple packs of Mustang, which he eventually moved over onto the right. Xxlaomamjj struggling to figure out how to deal with this. Big mistake by not choosing that improved Overlord card. Nice. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Sparty, congratulations on winning the European tournament. What a crazy accomplishment. That's great. You beat some very difficult opponents here. So kudos. Nice games. I'm interested to try some more asymmetrical aggro using some of the things that we learned from these games here. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought down in the comments below, and hopefully I'll have more, weekly videos kind of like this. Like I said, I'm going to try to do some kind of Meta Monday where we recap tournaments and talk about, maybe the state of certain things in Mechabellum. And then on Wednesdays, we would do maybe a workshop Wednesday. And this week, we're going to look at crawlers, I think. And I mean, that's a great example of crawlers. Odyssey also is a very, very strong crawler enjoyer. And so I think we're going to take a look at one of his replays as well on this Wednesday. And then on Fridays, we're going to do something fun. I'm not sure yet. Maybe I'll take some recommendations. I don't know. Maybe it'd be cool if we did like, we could set a challenge, kind of like Day 9 used to. Like, hey, guys, this week, let's do only make whatever. And take viewer replays and have a look at those and have some fun. Yeah, just try to have some fun on Fridays. That would be cool. I'm open to ideas and suggestions for that. For this week, there's not going to be anything set. I'm just going to try to do something. You actually saw this past Friday, I posted a video of me having fun in the Blitz tournament from Meg 1. So that was cool. I guess that would be maybe a prequel to the Field Test Friday or whatever we're calling it. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will see you next time. Have a good day.